So I suck at making videos, but I thought somebody might want to see this crazy dryer timer Mark II. So this is the development prototype. Here is a spark core from spark.io, LED display from eBay, China, buttons, circuit board I designed, put together. That's the back of it, upside down. This is the temperature sensor off there. There. One temperature sensor, there's going to be at least two inside the dryer. And over here, the relay control board. This sits inside the dryer with the power supply and everything. And this part sits outside. The control button. So at the moment it's just as a test really. Oh, and by the way, the LED display looks much nicer in real life than on video because of the way it flickers. Human eyes can't see it, but it seems to stuff up the camera somewhat. It's a nicer red color in real life. Anyway, so here we've got up and down and temp select buttons. The temperature being displayed is just a test thing. So I'm going to start the dryer. Over here we see there's no relays currently on. Those red lights will tell us when they are. And I'm going to press the up button. Goes immediately to 90 minutes, which is how long it seems to take to dry our clothes. All four relays came on. The four relays are, there's two in parallel for the main power on off inside the dryer, and then there's which turns the tumbler motor on as well. And then if those are on, and only if those are on, the dryer will accept also the power from these two relays, which are heater 1 and heater 2. When both heaters are on, the dryer is running in the hot mode. When one heater is on, it's running warm. Which brings me to this little switch here, where you can select warm, and you can see one of those relays is off now. And I press it again, it comes back on. And that's a red LED on the right and an orange LED on the left. Doesn't really show up that way on the video. When the time gets down, and we won't have time in the video because we've got to wait 5 minutes, but when it gets to 4 minutes and 59 seconds, either one of these lights goes off, both the heater relays turn off, and this blue LED turns on in the cooling phase, the last 5 minutes, where your textiles in the dryer get to cool down. The spark core connects to the internet, so every time I press an up button or down button, it'll change the temperature. Signals go out on the internet to alert whatever application may be watching, like an application on my smartphone, for example, that I haven't written yet, or it could even just be a website thing. And we can send signals through the internet to the dryer timer here to turn it on, turn it off, query what the temperatures are, see what the current time is, all that kind of thing. So basically I could, and probably will, write either a website or a mobile application that will be a remote control terminal for the real life timer. What I forgot to mention, there's lots of things, but I don't want to bore you too much. The spark core module here itself is a development platform. You can actually build the components on this onto your own board. I won't be doing that for this because I've already spent too much time on the project and money. Not too bad, but more than it was really worth probably. So in the final version, the spark core will not be sitting up on these great big black things like that. It'll be right down on the board, which will allow the display there, once it's inside its eventual cabinet or box or enclosure, it will sit up against the some clear window, and these buttons you can see extend just a little higher. And for this one I think we're just going to have these little black bits that you just stick through little holes that you click on for up, down and up, which is the other thing I didn't really show before. Up and down goes up and down in 10-minute chunks, and to turn the thing off you have to go all the way down to 0. I might make it so that you can just hold down the down button for 2 seconds and that'll turn it off or something like that. So I think that's all. Okay, so why make a textile dryer, boring old thing in the laundry, connect to the internet to do all this cool stuff, arguably cool stuff? No particular reason, except that I really wanted to get into this Internet of Things. First target was the fridge, believe it or not. But I was like, okay, fridge temperature, doors open, doors close. I'm still white. I'm making humming noises. I'm not, whatever. So we had this clothes dryer with a broken timer, and we'd already made a custom timer with it before using a thing called a Maximite, written in the basic programming language as an exercise for my wife Belinda to experience, which she really enjoyed. And we've been using that for over a year now. It works fine, but it's not connected to the internet. The Spark Core came about on Kickstarter. I saw it, I thought, that's cool. It's going to make internet connectivity so much easier. So I backed the project. 3 of them eventually arrived. This is one of them. And what was I going to do with it? Well, the dryer. So that's it really. But you know, there's probably lots of things we can put on the internet. I'm just not very creative. We can put a doorbell on the internet. I'm thinking of doing that. Anyway, there you go.